Good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your August the 18th, 2025. Well, things not looking too bad across North Georgia. We are going to get a few stray isolated showers I got to show you here on this update possible for today. And it's a bit steamy out there, but we're going to be seeing some relief. We got a couple of cold fronts coming at us, and we're definitely going to be seeing some cooler temperatures, especially going into next week. So I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking on the 7-day for right now when we get to the end of this report. But before we get there, first I want to say thank you for watching us here on YouTube. Kind of growing this channel a little bit at a time, and if you can help us out, if you're living anywhere in the North Georgia area and you like to have that dedicated forecast in your YouTube feed, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. And if you ever have a weather-related question, as always, leave a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. It does help with that little thing called the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into that forecast here for today. Let's take a look up into Lagos. We're seeing kind of a mostly sunny, partly sunny type day. Some bubbling clouds out there. We do have some showers in the area. I'll show you that here in a second. Lake Lanier also looking sunny and a bit steamy out there. Not much of a wind, that's for sure. It helped cool you down as many areas here are popping into the 90s for afternoon. At least we're not going to get quite as hot as they are back off to the west. Check out over toward Alabama, Mississippi. Heat advisories up to 105 degrees. Feel like temperatures there. With the backdoor cold front that's kind of moving through right now, we're going to keep that at bay. We're not going to have to worry about that here in the days ahead. Looking at the local radar there, again, we're seeing a couple of those showers kind of bubbling up there between Dahlonega and Ellijay. That's a nice little thunderstorm there, kind of popped up there. Some brief heavy rains coming into the Jasper area right there. I bet if we take a look at that camera right there, we're probably going to see a little bit of rain falling. Oh, look at that. There you go. Got some heavy rain here falling there across North Georgia. As expected, very isolated out there for today. And I think we're going to have better coverage here for tomorrow. But again, these showers will kind of linger here for the evening hour into the evening hours and then settle down. It should be mostly clear for tomorrow morning. Looking at your wider perspective on the satellite lightning data, seeing the scattered storms there across Louisiana, Mississippi. There's that one little thunder shower there across North Georgia. And not looking too bad out there for this afternoon. Now, looking at the regional radar, I got the wider perspective here so you can kind of see the visible imagery of our nice hurricane down there. It's Hurricane Erin, which again is going to start making that turn here toward the north and kind of split right between Bermuda and the Outer Banks of North Carolina. North Carolina could see tropical storm warnings potentially go up, especially going into toward Thursday, I think, where it's tracking right now. And heavy surf, that's going to be the big problem from Florida all the way up. Rip currents are going to be a problem. Hopefully folks will heed the warnings along the coastal areas and don't get in the water because those rip currents could really be a problem. And hopefully we don't have any fatalities from any drownings out there. We don't want to see that as the storm goes on by. Now, as we take a look here at what we're seeing here on the track right now, again, you got making the turn to the north. It is going to forecast a weekend back to a Cat 3 by Wednesday, and then back to Category 1 as it moves into the open Atlantic there. Now, what we're going to see behind this is we got to watch out for Ferdinand. That's the form on the backside of this. This zone right in here right now has just been up to a 60% chance for seeing something develop in here. We got another tropical wave out in the middle of the Atlantic that's going to move into this area, and it's looking likely that we'll get Ferdinand. The steering mechanism for this was a little more complicated. Erin was pretty much straightforward. We knew it was going to make that turn. It was that was pretty set. This next one, I don't know. We're kind of seeing a kind of a mix of spreads here on where this thing's going to go as it gets closer to us. So I think once we get a storm to actually form and the models can lock in on that and we kind of see where that ridge is going to take place once Erin pulls out, we'll be able to get a better idea of what this is going to be. So stay tuned as we're done with Erin, but we're kind of getting into the heart of the hurricane season, so we got to watch out for Ferdinand to see if it's going to have any impact. Is it going to sneak into the Gulf? Is it going to hit the East Coast? We got to wait and see on that, all right? So let's go take a look at your forecast models here on this. So let's go take a look at that. Again, what we're expecting here for tomorrow, if you're in the northwest zones, more isolated, middle of the state, northwest Atlanta, over to Athens, Gainesville, probably 40-50% chance of scattered storms there going into tomorrow. And then we'll see the scatter threat kind of back off. And then we got another front coming in on Thursday. That'll be the first of two coming at us that are going to kind of set things off and kind of cool us down going into next week. So let's look at your full maps here as we kind of watch this. Kind of watch me as I kind of highlight this here for you here as we kind of go through the next 7 days. Again, going in towards your Tuesday. Again, we're looking at your scatter storms there on your Tuesday. You see the light green in there. Again, 30-50% range looks reasonable for me for tomorrow. Wednesday, mostly dry. Here comes that next front. This is the first one, okay? This one will be coming on in. This is one that's catching our hurricane here. Going to step it on out of here. That's that one coming on in there. That's the first one. and that moves on out, kind of moves on in, catches that hurricane, and steers it right on out the coast. And then we're going to turn our attention to the second one. This one going into Saturday, Sunday. This one will kind of move on in, and this is the one that may bring the taste of fake fall going into next week right now. So going into Sunday, getting ready to come on through. We still got the rain chance there on Sunday, and Monday it clears, and then we see that high pressure building on in. My question mark is just how far south is this cool air going to get? Is the Corbett going to stay to our north, or is it going to come south? We could be looking at a situation where maybe Blue Ridge is at 77 degrees and Atlanta sitting at 87 degrees. So that's what I'm saying. A little question mark there on our temperatures, but definitely cooler for next week. All right, so here we go with our forecast here. Again, Gainesville, 87-72, 50% chance of rain with scattered storms on your Tuesday. Your overnight lows tonight, most areas low 70s except for upper 60s up in the North Georgia mountains. And daytime highs, you can definitely see where the higher rain chances are going to be because they're in the 80s, whereas the northwest zones from Dalton down to Cedartown are in the lower 90s because the rain chances will be a little bit limited there and a little higher back off toward, let's say, Gainesville, Cornelia, Dahlonega area. All right, so let's look at your next 7-day forecast. Here we go. Let's take a look at that right there as we're going to see, again, temperatures 89 on Wednesday, 88 on Thursday. Here comes that front. Rain chances go up to 60% on Friday and Saturday, keeping the temperatures down those days. Comes up briefly on Sunday, 86. And then question mark on day 7, Monday, 84, 67. It could be a little cooler than that. It could be down to 63, 62. North Georgia mountains might get into the upper 50s. I mean, it's possible. And then Tuesday, Wednesday looks like below normal temperatures in the middle of next week. I actually posted that on Facebook, kind of showing the kind of the dilemma there with the temperatures being really cold up in the Tennessee River Valley, Ohio River Valley, and then kind of windows coming down south. So some question marks on how far south that cool air mass is going to get for next week. But it looks like we got a little bit of a break. That first of fake fall, the first one. Usually we get 2 of them coming in here as we go toward the last week in August. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel. If you've not hit that subscribe button, what you waiting for, my friend? Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. As always, leave a comment down below, give me a thumbs up. It does help as we try to grow our YouTube channel. All right, that's y'all's update. Y'all take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.